Hi, I'm Joyce Bone, and I am at the end of my 8-week Danny challenge, and I'm reporting in with my final results. And I took this product thinking, okay, they said I'm going to have more energy, I'm going to be hornier, and I'm going to not have PMS. I mean, what's not to like about that, right? So I was a little bit skeptical going into this, but I am happy to report that all the findings that they claim have actually held true for me. So on the energy side, I found that I can just go and go and go. I generally get up at 6 a.m. and go to bed at 10. Well, I stop running my day at 10 o'clock at night and go to bed between 11 to midnight. And I've had very stable energy levels, and I've noticed that on my exercise routine that I've gone from running 3 miles several times a week to running 5 miles several times a week, and then doing some in-between exercise. So that's been really helpful, knowing that I can keep that level of exercise going and be able to go to my children's sporting events, their school activities, the homework, the bedtime routines, just be able to keep all that up in the air, because it is a lot. I mean, you know that as a busy mom, or if you're not a mom, you know how your work days are. It just never seems to end. So you really need to be able to keep those levels going, and I found that to be true with the Danny product. And then on the libido side, everybody's body is so different. It wasn't a huge problem for me, but I did notice an increase in dreams. That was interesting to me. I had some pretty kind of funny dreams, and I've also found probably, I've been more open to suggestions, and I would say overall, if you twice a week, maybe you do it 3 or 4 times a week, twice a month, maybe 4 times a month. It really is an individual thing, but I definitely saw an uptick. Okay, we'll just leave it there. And on the PMS side, I was really impressed with that, because that has always been a problem for me, either really bad symptoms, bad hormones, and I felt very level during the time that I've been taking the Danny product, and I found that very interesting. I don't know what the specific supplement is in there that levelizes that, but I've been very appreciative of that. So overall, I would give Danny a really, I'd say an 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 on everything that they offered, that they delivered on. And I would suggest that you try it and see how it affects your body. It's a natural supplement, so you won't be doing harm to your body. And worst case scenario, you take an 8-week challenge and you spend a couple of dollars. It's not a big deal, because how you'll feel at the end of it will make it all worthwhile. So I encourage you to go over to danny.com. That's DAN-E.com. and have a look for yourself. And if I can be of help, feel free to email me there. I'll be glad to get back in touch with you. Take care, and thank you for joining me on this journey.